Ladies and gentlemen, it's Travis here, and welcome back to the SF Bay Area Sports Talk channel. Hope everyone's having a fantastic football Sunday. The San Francisco 49ers get the job done. A huge 27-10 victory against the Washington Commanders in Week 17, and the big upset win the Arizona Cardinals had, defeating the Philadelphia Eagles 35-31. And what that means, the San Francisco 49ers have clinched the number one seed in the NFC and home field advantage throughout the NFC playoffs. Let's go, San Francisco 49ers. What a way to bounce back after the rough loss last week against the Baltimore Ravens. And when you look at this game, the first half wasn't the best first half for the 49ers, but they came out in the second half and played incredible football. And the defense was phenomenal in this game. And even with Eric Armstead out, the defense, they picked up, did well. And to only allow 10 points in this game, made great adjustments coming off the game last week. What's going on, Sam? Who do you want to see the 49ers in the Super Bowl this season? Great question there. I think that when you're thinking about who you would like to see, I think that the Ravens is a team that you would like to see the Niners play again in the Super Bowl. The Niners-Ravens rivalry. And you can imagine that after the game we had against them last week, you are really excited to potentially get an opportunity to go against that Ravens team. And the way that they played today, they got a big win against the Miami Dolphins. So you are expecting the Baltimore Ravens to be the likely team to come out of the AFC. And what a potential Super Bowl matchup that would be. But for the 49ers, right now, that is our ultimate goal, to win the Super Bowl. But we are going to continue to take it one game at a time. So today, it's huge to clinch the number one seed. The Super Bowl is going to run through the Levi Stadium potentially, in that who's going to come out of the NFC. The Niners would have home field advantage in not only the divisional round playoffs, but also the NFC championship game. And with the way teams are looking in the NFC, and not just speaking from a bias perspective, really breaking down the NFL, the San Francisco 49ers are the clear-cut favorite in the NFC, and in my opinion, the entire NFL, to win the Super Bowl. When you look at how complete this team is, and when the defense is playing at a high level and playing like a number one defense like they were today, you just love to see it out there. Welcome in, everyone, to the 49ers post-game show. What an exciting win today. The San Francisco 49ers defeat the Washington Commanders 27-10. And with the huge upset win the Arizona Cardinals had, defeating the Philadelphia Eagles 35-31, that clinches the number one seed for the San Francisco 49ers. Absolutely huge. And what a way to bounce back after the tough loss last week. This game certainly didn't start the way you wanted it to in the first half, to only be up 3 at the half. And even the way the game finished. You weren't able to get that last touchdown, which would have put you at 34-10. So, when you look at this game, you definitely are going to learn from it and make adjustments, but you are very happy to get the win in a game that you were supposed to win. But Washington, you give them credit for how tough they played early in the game and making it not easy for the 49ers. Any team that you play in the NFL, you know that they're going to give it their best out there. So you tip your cap to the effort from the Commanders. And for the 49ers, what a way to respond to adversity in this game. I mean, at halftime, at that point, the momentum was with the Commanders, being that they weren't supposed to be hanging around in this game. But then the Niners, they come out in the second half and just play incredible football, and you love the adjustments made by the San Francisco 49ers to make a statement to the Commanders, letting them know that, look, we're going to control this game. In the momentum, the Niners putting together 2 touchdown drives, just incredible. And what a huge win. 49ers faithful. The San Francisco 49ers have clinched the number 1 seed and home field advantage throughout the NFC playoffs. What a win today, defeating the Washington Commanders 27-10. The Niners' 12th win of the season. And absolutely huge to get this win. Now you can go into the final game of the season and maybe rest some players if you decide to. But this game is not a must win to secure the number 1 seed. So for the Niners, it's going to be huge to be able to get that extra week off and to get healthy for what will likely be a Super Bowl run, as the Niners look to win their 6th Lombardi trophy this season. Let's go, San Francisco 49ers. What a game. What a win. What's going on, AM Echo Sky? Good to see you in the house. Yep, Happy New Year's out there to everyone. And what a way to go into the new year with the San Francisco 49ers playing incredible football. And look, this game certainly wasn't the most dominating performance like you were hoping to be able to do, but you played incredible football in the second half of this game. The defense was incredible. They played like a number 1 defense out there. So, you are just pumped with the way this Niners team is playing right now. And, they have incredible momentum as we are full steam ahead to the playoffs. And I think having the game next week against a good Rams team, you give them credit. They have played some solid football. So I think that will be a good game to have before the playoff starts to keep the Niners fresh and ready to go and to get healthy with the bye week. Eric Armstead, we need him to come back. You have seen the effect it has had on our rushing defense. Hasn't been as key, hasn't been as good with Armstead out, but they have made adjustments. And the Niners defense, what a game today, allowing just 10 points in the game to this Commanders team. And you tip your cap to Washington, the way they played in the first half. They made it tough on the 49ers, and you were expecting to get the Commanders' best effort in this one. But as we saw with the Eagles game, I mean, a game against the Arizona Cardinals, absolute shocker as the Arizona Cardinals upset the Philadelphia Eagles 35-31, and with the 49ers 27-10 win against the Washington Commanders. The San Francisco 49ers have clinched the number 1 seed in the NFC and home field advantage throughout the NFC playoffs. What a win. The 49ers got the win and the anger out from last week's huge disappointment. Huge win today, and you get that bitter taste out of your mouth. And look, this was an opportunity to bounce back in a big way. And I mean, today could not have gone any better, in the sense of, look, you would have liked to have played better in the first half of this game and to have gotten that last touchdown there late. But, to come out with a 17-point win on the road, huge win, and to get the help from the Arizona Cardinals in clinching the number 1 seed for the San Francisco 49ers. Let's go, Niners. Let's go, 49ers faithful. That is right. Home field advantage in the playoffs. There is nothing like playoff football at Levi's Stadium. And I mean, couldn't be more excited to see how it's going to play out. I mean, this is the year. We are making a run for it. And God willing, if we stay healthy, the sky is the limit. And a 6th Lombardi trophy is as within reach as it will. I mean, this is very exciting. So let's continue to come out there, continue to play with intensity, and take it one game at a time. Good to see everyone checking in for the 49ers post-game show. What a win, a 27-10 win. And Brock Purdy, he was incredible in this game. He followed up, what was arguably his worst game of his career. He played incredible today, completing 22 of 28 passes for 230 passing yards. And for Brock Purdy, he passed Jeff Garcia on the 49ers franchise record for passing yards in a single season. Jeff Garcia had 4,278 passing yards in the 2000 season. And so, yes, that is right. Not Joe Montana, not Jeff Garcia, not Steve Young. Brock Purdy has the franchise record for most passing yards from a 49ers quarterback in a single season, as he went over 4,280 passing yards on the season for Brock Purdy. You have got to give Washington credit. They played very well in this game and played the Niners tough early in the game. So it was not easy today. And I mean, the 49ers flipped the switch in the second half, as they always do. The 49ers have been a very good second half team. The way the Niners have been able to just come out in the second half in blowout teams, I mean, it has been incredibly remarkable in a game like today, where you're looking to bounce back with a huge win. I mean, what a win today. And with the help of the Cardinals win over the Eagles, the San Francisco 49ers have clinched the number 1 seed in the NFC and home field advantage throughout the NFC playoffs. Let's go, Niners. Appreciate that. AM Echo Sky Have a great time, and let's go Niners. Let's get the win. Hoping to be heading down to Levi's Stadium next Sunday against the LA Rams. And I mean, I could not be more excited to get down there and hope to see you there if you happen to be at the stadium next Sunday against the LA Rams as the San Francisco 49ers look to close out the regular season strong with a win as they head into the playoffs. And I mean, the importance, the key of getting the number one seed in the NFC, the bye week is so huge because for this Niners team, health is really the biggest factor. God willing, if this Niners team can stay healthy, I mean, the Super Bowl is certainly right there for our taking this season. And I mean, you couldn't be more excited to be in the position the Niners are in. They are not only built to win right now, but deep into the foreseeable future. So this is a team that has an opportunity to compete for Super Bowls year in and year out. And I mean, it has been so much fun to watch. What a year, as we are now coming down to the final game of the season. And with this game today, the Niners in the second to last game of the year get the huge win 27-10 against the Washington Commanders. And the Niners defense played incredible. They played like the number one defense that they are. I mean, it was incredible to see out there. What's going on, SG Sports Talk channel? How's it going? Let's make some noise, everyone, for the YouTube algorithm, and let's smash up the like button. Thank you so much for your incredible support, 49ers faithful. Smashing that like button. This lets the YouTube algorithm know that this 49ers post-game show is important, so YouTube can recommend this 49ers post-game show to as many San Francisco 49ers fans and football fans out there. What a game. The San Francisco 49ers get the huge 27-10 win against the Commanders. And with the Arizona Cardinals, huge upset win over the Eagles, 35-31. The San Francisco 49ers have clinched the number one seed in the NFC in home field advantage throughout the NFC playoffs. And when you look at this game, I mean, what a game. The Niners, Christian McCaffrey, another incredible game. He had 14 carries for 64 yards. And we got to see Elijah Mitchell get a lot of carries in this game, which was huge because, you can give McCaffrey a break and, get him some, I think key rest as we are getting closer to the playoffs. And Elijah Mitchell, his 17 carries for 80 rushing yards in the game, averaging out to 4.7 yards a carry. So you really loved what you saw from Elijah Mitchell in this game. When he is healthy, I mean, he can put up some big time numbers. And look, this is what you love to see. I mean, for McCaffrey to get some much needed rest and for the Niners to not miss a beat because of how well Elijah Mitchell played in this game. What's going on, the Fat Mouse? The Niners gave the Birds the spanking of the century. Yep, absolutely. I mean, the Eagles, what a game that was, and could likely be the NFC championship game 49ers and Eagles. I mean, it's going to be so much fun. The NFC playoffs, and we'll see who the Niners end up playing in the divisional round. Should we see the Cowboys again, the rival Cowboys? That is going to be a fun one, with the potential chance to knock them out 3 years in a row. But for the Niners, they are going to continue to take it one game at a time. And with one game remaining in the season, you want to come out against the Rams and continue to play sharp football and continue to play with intensity, because this Rams team is going to be fighting for a playoff spot in the NFC wildcard playoff picture. So you are expecting to get the Rams' best effort, and always against them. I mean, they play us tough. And so for the Niners, I think that this is a really good game to have before you go into the playoffs, because with the way the Rams have been playing, they are going to be a great challenge, and you want to be playing the best teams out there. I feel like in a lot of ways, losing to the Ravens and having a game like that, getting a slice of humble pie, I think that, it is a blessing in disguise, and better that something like that, happens in the regular season rather than, say, down the line in a potential Super Bowl matchup, which is what I am predicting. I think that the Baltimore Ravens will end up coming out of the AFC picture to the Super Bowl. And, I mean, you look at how well they played today against the Miami Dolphins, dominating them in a game that was going to be featured two teams fighting for the number 1 seed. So yeah, this Ravens team is dangerous. Lamar Jackson playing at an MVP level. So you as a Niners fan, you're very excited at a potential rematch against the Baltimore Ravens should it come in the Super Bowl. But right now we know that, take it one game at a time. And right now, I mean, this was what you love to see, to come out here in a big game. And although the first half did not go as well as you would have liked, the Niners made great adjustments and came out in the second half and do what they do best out there and blow out teams. I mean, just incredible. The Niners putting together 2 touchdown drives there in the second half to get out to a 17-point lead. And the Niners would have loved to have gotten that last touchdown in, but did get stopped on 4th and goal. But this game, incredible game, and the defense played like the number 1 defense. The 49ers defense, just incredible, and that is how you bounce back after a very tough loss against the Ravens. And now with one game remaining, should be a great one, taking on the LA Rams. And so we're getting ready for the playoffs. The San Francisco 49ers have clinched the number 1 seed with a huge 27-10 win against the Washington Commanders. And thanks to the help of the Arizona Cardinals, upset win 35-31 against the Eagles, gives the Niners the number 1 seed. And I mean, the best thing about this is now you can go into that Rams game and look, you knew it was going to be a tough game going in, but now you don't have the pressure of the number 1 seed on the line. So should the Niners decide to rest some players or, have guys leave the game early to get rest, you are able to do so and not have to worry about, potentially losing that game and losing the number 1 seed. So, just huge to have the sequence of events happen today. You are right back on track. And even after that Ravens loss, my opinion of where this Niners team can go this year never really changed at all. And even I feel like to have 5 turnovers in that game and to still, make it close and almost made it a 1-score game at the end. I feel like if the Niners play the Ravens again in the Super Bowl, if we take care of the football, do what we do best, powerhouse running, don't try to overthink things, do what we do best, I think that we will have their number next time. So I'm excited for the opportunity. But let's finish the season strong. 49ers faithful. What a win today. And what's going on, 49ers and Rockets writers? How's it going? Don't care if we win. Well, at least you can rest our starters. Very key to have the opportunity to rest our starters in the finale. What's going on, William Henry? Hope the 49ers are healthy enough to play not only against the Rams for Week 18, but also much needed rest for the divisional game. Let's stay humble. Yep, that is the mindset. You come out of this game, you could have played better, but you are happy with the second half performance, and then you got a great opportunity to come out and play a great game against a very good LA Rams team. So you are looking forward to it. Yep, we have the number 1 seed, nothing to prove. Rest the starters. Absolutely rest the starters, but also to a degree, I think give them enough playing time to keep them fresh out there. So it should be a great, stress-free week, I would say, for sure, because, this game, again, we're in a situation that we can go into this last game, rest our starters, not have the sense of urgency to must win that game. We are where we want to be heading into the NFC playoffs. So really incredible opportunity. Let's go, Niners. Yeah, let's go. What's going on? Iman report. Yep, Sam Darnold game next week. I would definitely think so, but I think Purdy will probably come out and play most of the first half and probably rest the second half of the game. It's a great situation for the Niners. We are going to be getting to our picks of the game, so we'd love to hear who you're taking as the player of the game. And my player of the game, I am going to take Brandon Ayuk. What an incredible game he had out there. 7 catches, 114 receiving yards, including a receiving touchdown. And what an incredible year Brandon Ayuk is having, playing at a number 1 level receiver out there. And he just continues to get better. The hard work ethic has just been so much fun to watch. CMC get healthy the next 2 weeks. Very key. I think McCaffrey was a bit shaken up after this game. So really key to have this time, to get the rest next week and the bye week to be ready to go by the divisional round weekend. Cannot wait for it. Let's go, Niners. My player of the game, Brandon Ayuk. And this is a guy that can certainly, I think, win an MVP in his career at some point. And this year, he has blown past the 1,000 receiving yard mark. And I mean, he's a guy that I think can be in that conversation up there with a Justin Jefferson, 16, 1700, 1800 receiving yards. So really love to watch Brandon Ayuk continue to get better out there and become a number one option for Brock Purdy. And I mean, just incredible distribution of the football in this game. Deebo Samuel continuing to just play incredible football. George Kittle, Christian McCaffrey in the receiving game. Gonna take Christian McCaffrey, SG player of the game, Brandon Ayuk, and Brock Purdy. Fantastic picks of the game. Rams got very lucky that the Giants are downright bad and choked the game-winning field goal. Yes, Rams have been getting hot. However, I think the 49ers can beat them by 7. I'm with you, William. I think we can get a huge win against them. And even with resting our starters, but I do think it will be a great intensity game to have for us before we go into the playoffs. So should be a lot of fun next Sunday. Rams haven't exactly beat anyone good on their winning streak. Great point, Iman. Yeah, they've been winning, but you look at the opponents they have been going against. But for them, the Rams, building some momentum, and so we'll see how it goes. I think this is a game. Again, I think a division battle. You go against the Rams. This will be a great intensity game to have before you go into the playoffs. So can't wait for it. Let's go, Niners. Let's finish the season strong. Thank you so much, everyone, for your incredible support. The Niners clinch the number 1 seed and home field advantage throughout the NFC playoffs. Let's go, Niners. Let's make some noise for the YouTube algorithm, and let's smash up the like button, everyone. Thank you so much. San Francisco 49ers fans. Nice. They should play the song. Yep, absolutely. Eye of the Tiger at Levi Stadium when the 49ers play the Rams. Awesome comment, SG there. Appreciate the support, everyone. Let's hit the like button. This lets the YouTube algorithm know that this 49ers post-game show is important, so YouTube can recommend this 49ers post-game show to as many San Francisco 49ers fans and football fans out there. What a day, the Niners. We are going to have a fun time here this next week, enjoying having clinched the number 1 seed, but more work to be done. And as we get closer to the playoffs, what an exciting time. Let's go, San Francisco 49ers. Let's go, 49ers faithful. And if you enjoy these San Francisco 49ers post-game shows, we're going to be breaking it down all season. So if that sounds good to you, definitely consider subscribing to the channel. Thank you so much, everyone. Hope you enjoy the rest of your football Sunday. And let's go, San Francisco 49ers. Have a great one, 49ers faithful.